Let's get into sports now. Is the final day of the ACC Curling Championships in Vermilion.
Yeah, and it was a big one too. Of course, some high hopes for some of the local teams out there looking to grab a couple medals, and we'll start with the ladies first. The Lakeland Rustlers lost the 1-2 Page playoff to Grant MacEwan, and they dropped to the semis for another shot at goal, taking on Nate. Second end, Nate up 1-0 Ocean Smart. Glorious chance for three. The shooter won't hang around. It's only a 2-1 lead for the Rustlers. Next end, Flory, line 1, looking to rub the yellow. Back at the 4, she gets the tap to score the deuce. It's 3-2. Now after a single in the third, the Rustlers, it'd be Flory again with the hit to score a triple. Now the Ooks would open up the big lead, and mistakes would cost the Rustlers. Steals in 6 and 7, put this one out of reach. 8-3, the final. So they would, meaning the Rustlers, move to the bronze medal game, where they face the Red Deer Queens. First end, Smart with a simple hit and stick to make it 1-0. After that, the Rustlers would steal 2 in the second end. RDC's Caitlin Schurer facing 1 yellow at the top of the 4-foot. She'll clear that. Now Smart trying to restore that 2-point lead. She'd get the kind hit and roll, 3-1. Now with the score 3-2, Smart's final stone looking to clear the queen stone in the 4-foot. The shot will die towards the rings, and it's a steal of 1 to tie things up. Seventh end was a blank, so we'll go to the 8th. Smart facing 2 RDC stones, needing them to be cleared. Instead, her shooter rolls out, and the RDC Queens win the bronze medal, 4-3 the final. The loss also means no bid for nationals for the Rustlers.
Just came down to the last rock. It was just an inch off, and that was all. A little disappointed. It would have been nice to make nationals, win another bronze medal, but it is what it is.
We all made some pretty decent shots. We all missed some shots too. We just happened to miss a couple more than the other team.
Meantime, the Rustlers mixed team was also in a bronze medal match, taking on Nate, and we'll pick this one up in the second end. After giving up 3, not a steal, but just 3, the Rustlers facing 1 Ook stone. Robin Gerard hits and sticks for the single. The Ooks, though, were too much for the Rustlers. They would end things, especially in the 6th end, with a big 3-pointer. Eventually, the Rustlers would run out of rocks. They did pick up a single in 7. Final here is 7-4. Now on the men's side, the Portage Voyageurs capture gold with a 7-2 win over the Nate Ooks, while Grant MacEwan secures bronze, defeating Augustana 6-4, meaning the top 3 teams all qualify for nationals. The Lloydminster Rohan Rage were aiming for a clean sweep this weekend after earning a 4-2 win in Fort Sask yesterday. Today they took on the CAC United Cycle. However, it wasn't meant to be. Zane Jabber with the lone goal for Lloydminster in the 4-1 loss. The Rage's next game is Saturday in Leduc before they wrap up the regular season at home Sunday against SSAC Bulldogs. Meanwhile, in the AJHL, the Bonnyville Pontiacs game with Grand Prairie was moved to today after a water main break in the town. The Pontiacs would go on to win this one by a score of 5-3. This just wrapped up. Spencer Fu added his 37th goal of the season. Max Gottlieb would chip in with a pair. Luke Mahura and Wyatt Noski would also grab the other goals for the Yaks. Now to the PWM Steelers. They cruised to a 5-2 victory in their opening game of the second round of the playoffs and look to take a commanding 2-0 lead in their best-of-5 series with Peace Country. Now in the first period, Steelers turn it over in their own zone. Tasmin Hemingway makes a nice move through the goal mouth, 1-0 Storm on the power play. Peace Country, another man advantage. Rachel Paul, she'll walk in the slot and make it a 2-0 lead. PWM would get one back on the 5-on-3. Delaney Edwards jams home the rebound. Steelers would cut that lead in half. Less than a minute later on a power play, Steelers win the face-off. Back to the point, Erica Shesnuk. Now she might be out of screen, but trust me, she does score, and she's there. The point shot would make it 2-2. Moments after that, Storm regained the lead, but the Steelers answer back courtesy of Delaney Ross. They'd actually come back and win this one by a score of 5-4. We all know it's been a fantastic day to be Canadian. After all, hockey is our national sport, and it's fitting that our Newcap Sports top 3 would be filled with the greatest game on the planet. So get your popcorn and drink ready, or for some of you who are at the brew house this morning for an adult beverage, maybe you just want to pop an aspirin and enjoy.
Number 3, Bobcats netminder Sean Kuhn, showing off his skills between the pipes in a 23-save performance. Number 2, Bryce Kindall, lighting the lamp a whopping 4 times in Game 1 of the Universal Heats Division Final against the PAC Saints. He would finish the series scoring 7 goals in 2 games. And we stick with the Heat for our number 1. Zane Franklin's quick wrist shot is no match for any goalie.